Right, lads, we've got a question on the sine and cosine rule. And here it is. So we've got this triangle here. We're told that the area of the triangle ABC is 6 square root 3. And what we've got to do is then work out the value of x. So jot this one down, have a go, and we'll catch up in a few seconds to go through the answer. Righto, time to go through the solutions. So we've been given the area of a triangle. Two important formulas for the area of a triangle are a half base times height, which is probably no good for this one because we haven't got a perpendicular height anywhere. And the other one is a half AB sine C, which is probably the one that we're going to have to use here, right? So I'm just going to write that formula out. So area is a half AB sine capital C. Now in this formula, capital C is the only angle that you have. If you look at your triangle though, currently our angle is labeled as B, which is no good, right? Because to use this formula, we want it labeled as C. So what we should have done is cross this out and label it as capital C. Then you can cross out the original A and C that were here and relabel them, right? So label one of them as A. I'm just going to keep this one as A actually, and then put this one as capital B. The sides then are going to be small b over here, small a over here, and small c over there. Now, if we go back to our formula, we're given an area. It was 6 square root 3. We know what a is. A is x plus 2. And we know what b is. That's just x. And we know what the angle at c is. It's 60 degrees. So we've got all the info. Let's throw it into the formula. So 6 square root 3 is equal to, that would be a half. And then a is x plus 2. B is just x, and then C, we're going to have sine and then 60, like that. There we go. Bam, I'll put that in some brackets. Okay, perfect. Now let's start simplifying this down. Let's work this down a bit. We've got 6 square root 3 is equal to half. Now these two brackets in here, I'm going to multiply those together. So we'll have x squared plus 2x, and then sine 60. It's like that over there. Next thing I'm going to do is, well, this half here, not nicest, right? But we've also got this as well, which is not very nice, sine 60. So what you could do, go to your calculator, type in sine 60. Some of you may know it off the top of your head. It's going to be root 3 over 2. So I'm going to replace that now with square root 3 over 2. And now what we can do is bring these two fractions together. Okay, so we can multiply those because everything here is multiplying each other. So we can simplify that down a bit further to that, and then we'll have root 3 over 4, and then x squared plus 2x, like that. Perfect. Next thing, I think I'm going to multiply everything by 4, multiply both sides by 4 to remove this 4 down here, right? So what's that going to give us? That's 24 square root 3 then is equal to, and that will just be root 3 now, and then x squared plus 2x, like that. Next, we've got a root 3 here and a root 3 here. What we could do is divide both sides by root 3. So they cancel out, right? So we can just do this. We can go scratch out this and scratch out that. Done. So now what? Let's just take this up here and neaten it a tiny bit more. So you've got that there. We've got x squared and 2x. And then bring it all over to one side. It looks like we've got a quadratic. So that there, take away 24 now. Perfect. I think this one factorizes, right? You've got a few options. You can factorize, you can complete the square, or you can use a quadratic formula. This is a nice easy one, so I think we're just going to factorize it. 24, 6 and 4, right? So that's going to be plus 6 and minus 4. And so what does that give us? That's going to give us x is minus 6 and x is equal to 4. Now, think about it. You've got two solutions here. Only one of them is actually going to work. That's going to be the positive one, 4. Why? Because what does x represent? X represents a side on a triangle. You're not going to get a ruler and measure this and say it's minus 6, are you, right? So clearly, this has to be 4. So what we can do is put a cross through this one and just say 4 is our final answer there. Perfect. So I hope you got that question correct. If you didn't quite get it, I now hope you know how to get that right. Plenty more of these trig questions coming your way, so stay tuned for more, and I'll catch you again in the next video.